So I know there were many people hoping that we wouldn't see a repeat of those scorching temperatures that we saw hit the Mediterranean last summer. But here we are just a few days into summer, and it is looking like it is going to be another hot season. Now, excessive temperatures affecting popular spots from Spain to Italy, Greece to Turkey, but also places as far away as New York to Mecca. This year's Hajj pilgrimage proving to be especially dangerous as temperatures rising above 45 degrees Celsius, coinciding with some 1,300 deaths so far. Now, last year was the warmest year on record for the Earth. And here we are 6 months into the year, experts saying it's looking like we'll beat that record this year. Now, this is important because heat waves often don't frighten the people the way other natural disasters do, experts say. People tend to underestimate them, but they are dangerous for specific groups of people, including children and older people, those with pre-existing conditions, and people who work outside. But travelers, you too are at a heightened risk, and that's because a lot of people spend more time outside, walking around and often chasing schedules that they feel do not allow them the latitude to sit out a day or two to wait for cooler temperatures to arrive. But there's yet one other issue that can affect travelers that are dealing with high heat, and that is crowding, which can make it hard to find a place to sit and rest when needed. Now, a new report from the Visa International Travel Platform saying that travel is becoming more concentrated since the pandemic. Now, international arrivals set to fully recover very soon. However, this report saying that of the 1,000 top cities that are the most visited in the world, only half of those have seen their arrivals back to 2019 levels, suggesting that more people are going to the same places. And the report, Marty, said this was no truer than at beach destinations.
Wow. Okay. Sun and surf. I get it. This whole heat question, though, what's the best thing the travelers can do to stay safe?
Well, a lot of it is pretty common sense, and it's probably advice that you've heard before, but I think it's worth repeating. Travelers, please wear a loose, light-fitting clothing when you're out and about. Please, no hiking alone, experts are saying, following some deaths that have happened in Greece. Also, drink lots of water and think about restructuring your day. Now, formerly, probably the best sightseeing hours are between 10 and 4, but now people saying please start your days early, end them late, and avoid those peak sun hours and stay in your hotel at this time. Now, some people avoiding these destinations altogether. We're seeing arrivals up to places like Scandinavia, Canada, and also New Zealand. But if you are going to an area of excessively high heat, pay particular attention to avoid crowding. Now, I was intrigued by something that guidebook author and travel TV host Rick Steves posted over the weekend. He said, when I'm in Europe, I hear a lot of people complaining about the crowds, and generally it's because they're all going to the same famous places at peak times. But I'd estimate that 99% of Europe has no crowds at all. He then said it's time to stop complaining about crowds and start looking for ways to avoid them. I think it's sound advice, whether we're talking over tourism or whether we're talking about ways to beat the heat this summer.